My name's Shawndale Tate. I'm 30 years old, born in Chicago, Illinois. Probably stayed there for about the first 10 years of my life. Grew up in a very impoverished neighborhood. And I moved to Muskegon when I was about 10, roughly going on 11, looking for a better life. But when we got here, it was like, nothing got better in Muskegon. So I didn't feel that much love in my household growing up. So, my mom and dad was both drug addicts, both in and out of prison throughout my whole life. So I turned to the streets, to other guys, role models, the guys that was a part of their own street organizations, that was part of my way of life growing up, you know what I mean? So being taught by those guys is what led me to, from petty crime to leading up to, by the time I looked up, I was 19 years old with 3 felonies. I was sent to federal prison. I served the first bid. I served 6.5 years in federal prison for felon in possession of a firearm. I was released from federal prison in 2011, March. And I caught another case November 23rd, 2011. I went back to prison for 4 more years, 49 months to be exactly. So I came home this time, and that's when I was introduced to 70 times 7. Once I was released from prison, I married my wife, and she was the only person who had basically come to my rescue when I was serving that time. Before I was released, I had found God towards the end of my, stay at prison and things like that, and I just basically based my way of thinking is that I needed to focus on making better decisions in my life, and I wasn't going to be able to do that if I didn't pray or if I didn't have faith, you know what I mean? Because no one else was going to be able to keep me strong but God and myself in order to be able to have the willpower. So once I was released from prison and I was informed by my wife that, Nate Johnson, wanted to, connect with me and get me involved in the 70 times 7 recovery program. I was really interested in the program. It sounded good. It sounded like something that I needed because, I was a newlywed, 5 kids fresh out of prison. And, I know that I can think I had it all figured out at one point, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't be a man if I didn't realize I needed help because everything was new, to me. So, I took that invitation and got involved with the 70 times 7 program, and they connected me with a job here in Muskegon, good paying job. I've been there for probably about almost 4 months now, just recently hired in, And another thing is being given the opportunity, regardless of my background in my history. I was never judged coming through the door for my crime. It wasn't even asked. The guys at 70 times 7 really didn't care about that. It was all about me and what I wanted to do to help myself change and what they can do to help me change. So that was another thing that I got from it. That was one of the most important things that I got out being a part of 70 times 7. Being a part of 70 times 7 has impacted in my wife. It has made my wife very proud of me because she's wanted me to be a part of something positive for so long. You know what I mean? And just being given the opportunity, to be a part of 70 times 7. It makes her really happy, and she be on me about my appointments. She always asks me, did I call the guys back or did I meet with my mentor? She makes sure she checks on it. She just like the man that I'm becoming because of the guys that I connected with in the program. 70 times 7 provides you with everything you need, as long as you're willing to try and get up and go get it yourself. Either you can walk in the door and when you leave, you can be a better man, someone worse, or the same person you was when you walked in the door. It's all about what you can get out of it. What I would say to the person coming home from prison, or to a person in prison, you know, when you are able to get out and you are able to have your freedom again, give 70 times 7 a shot, because if it helped me, it can help anyone.